So this is just a quick video to introduce my Meterk rangefinder and stud detector. It's quite a versatile device and I quite like it.
There are two sets of controls for its two functions. The first set of controls is for the wall detector, so you turn it on here and it powers up, ready to detect metal. If I press this button, it then says it's detecting wood, and it calibrates itself, and then you move it slowly along, and you see those little red lines? They increase as it gets closer to wood. So that's those two. So let's go back to metal for a minute. Okay. So this table has got some little metal hinges in it. So I'm just going to move the thing across towards the hinge, and it's starting to detect it now. And it's telling me the hinge is 2 inches away, which is about right. Yes, because I'm not directly above it yet, so I need to go towards it. 1 inch, there we are. It's telling me which way I need to go, and I'm round about in the middle now. So it's 1 inch away. So that's the closest I'm going to get to it. And if I put my finger underneath, I can feel, yes, I'm directly above the hinge. Reflecting from above. Oh, okay. Right, that's what we need to do. Okay, so this is the other function. As you can see, at the moment it's woken up in length measuring mode. I can press either of the menu buttons to go into the menu in detail, and there you can see there's a whole bunch of icons there. Better. So the plus and minus are for adding and reducing measurements. The little green box is for measuring an area, and then the two which show triangles are ways of measuring the height of something that you can't actually get at. And then there's a save button. I can't remember what that one does. Let's have a look, see if I can get to it. What does it tell me? Press it and see what happens. Okay, so that's showing me the last measurement. I used it to measure the height of this room and the length of this room and work out the area of the...
And the machine then calculated the area of the wall in square feet and square inches.
So I'm just going to repeat the measurement of the height of this room. So I'm just going to click on the OK button, and it says 8 foot 1 5/16 inches. That's about right, because the room was about 8 foot 3 before we put down the underlay and the floor. So quick way to measure the height. Quite useful if you don't want to be messing around standing on ladders with tape measures. And as you can see, the little arrow there is telling me it's measuring from the bottom of the meter. So that's measuring from the floor to the ceiling. So there we are. I'm going to pretend I can't actually get to the bottom of that and measure to the top, up to the top of that little white bit of ceiling there. So I'm going to take a couple of measurements and see what happens. So where are we? 5 foot 3/8 of an inch, and now I need to point the dot right at the top of the wall, and it's measured the two distances, 5 foot 3 and 8 foot 11, and it's worked out that the height is 7 foot 2 and 7/8 inches from the bottom of that wall there to the top of the white bit of ceiling. So that's how you use that function. It can be quite useful in situations where you really can't get at something you want to measure the height of. For example, a wall on the far side of a river or something. It's found the centre of another beam there. I'll just move it down a bit so you can see the display. It's found the centre of another beam just there. So I'll go away, move back towards it, and you can see the lines beginning to show, and now it's at the centre of a beam. So if I wanted to screw something to this wall, this beam would be a good place to do it. And then if I move down, no, it's not detecting it anymore. There we are. It's found a screw. It's found a screw, and it says it's 1 inch below the surface. That's probably about right because it's a plasterboard wall, so it will be screwed. So what I'm now going to do is put it into metal detecting mode, turn it on, put it into detect metal mode, and obviously there will be a wire coming down to that electric light switch there. So I'm just going to move slowly across the wall until I find the wire, and you'll see what it does. See the little symbol there that says AC? It's found an electric wire there with a live current in it, and it's saying it's ½ an inch below the surface, which is probably about right. And we're moving away now, and it's found. Okay, yeah, there's probably 2 wires there. It's found the second one. So that could be quite useful if you want to avoid giving yourself a shock.
So this set of controls is for the detector functions. It makes it a bit simpler if you've got 2 separate sets of controls. And this set is for the measuring functions. You turn it on from different ends for different sets of functions, which makes life nice and simple. So there's the carry case it comes with and the instruction book, which is reasonably easy to follow, but your best bet's going to be to play with it. You notice there's felt strips on the back of this, so you can slide it on the wall without scratching anything. And there is the meter in its case with the carry strap attached to whatever it's supposed to attach to, and that's a loop belt on the back of the case, so you could put it on your belt while you're working.